Ex-Listener Part 1. Rise and shine, baby girl. Dabi threw open the door to check on the hero asleep in his room. No, he thought that no reaction. She always used to sit her awake. Dabi took a step closer to find her asleep, but sweating. He placed his hand on the girl's forehead. He realized that she was burning up. Tabby snatched the blanket off her and lit her shirt, to reveal that the knife that had been infected on her night before. Infection. He carefully made sure to clean the wound. He can't have her dying for something as small as infection. Tabby said, "Well, let me take care of this." He brushed his hair out of her face, causing her to wince slightly. "Come on, little hero, wake up." Dabi picked up the girl, taking her out of the bedroom, laying her on the couch. "I should have brought some antibiotics or something around," Dabi thought to himself, as he placed a few pillows under the girl's head. "Don't worry, you will live." Dabi gently caressed the sleeping girl's face. "I promise." Dabi disappeared off into the kitchen to find medication and make some food for the hero in his living room. As Dabi was walking back towards the living room, he heard a loud thump, followed by a whimp. "Shit!" He cursed under his breath as he spread his feet and turned the corner to see the girl curled up in the floor in pain, tears at her red flushed face. "Really? Can't you just stay on the couch?" Tabby picked her up and placed her on the couch. "It's cold." She grabbed Tabby's arm, shivered despite her skin burning out. "Shh, it's okay." Tabby gripped her cheek. She him, flicked away from him, causing her to swim and place her hand over her wound. "Damas, be careful." Tabby's coughed, sitting next to the girl, placing his hand on her forehead. "You are still burning up. If the antibiotics don't work, we are getting an ice bath." Tabby took the medicine and handed it to her. "Drink up, baby doll." Tabby gave an hour for the medicine to kick in before going to check on her again. "How are you holding up?" The girl whimpered in reply. Her temperature hadn't dropped at all. She was curled up on the floor. Her breath was heavy and labored, as she was quite obviously in pain. "I asked you to stay on the couch." Tabby took a few steps towards the girl. "Listen to me. Ice bath now." Lisa whimpered in response. "All right, come on." Tabby picked her up. "Hey, Shibri, you don't even know my name. Why are you doing this?" Her voice was breathless and strained. "You show on my doorstep with a stab wound. I wouldn't just ignore you, could I?" "And I do know your name, by the way." He placed the girl on the floor of the bathroom, running at the part of cold temperature he could. "Look, I just need you to stay awake from me, okay?" Tabby turned to a girl almost passed out on the floor, leaning at the bathroom counter. She barely noted. "Now, wait, you want to tell me what happened? Why the hero was sitting in the bathroom?" Tabby sat next to her. "Fuck." She took a minute to process it. "You are a villain." She trailed off, trying to remember his name. "Dabi." She was breathless and sweating. Her feet was getting wet. Hey, take a break, you idiot." Dabi reached up to brush the hair out of her face, but she flinched to shield her face with her arm. "I'm not going to hurt you." Dabi's voice became soft. I, I can't." She was panicking. Her breathing was heavy and uneven. "I'm a hero. I can't." Her voice was becoming weaker. She was going to pass out. "Look at me. Breathe." Dabi got the girl to steadying her breathing that she was still not listening to Dabi. Look at me. She was still avoiding eye contact. Please, the pain in Dabi's voice was evident. She looked up to the eye, making eye contact. The blue eyes looking familiar, but she couldn't place it. The more she looked, the more they remember of Tora Ryan. Dabi took her hand. Come on, Akbar. Your fever's getting worse. He pulled her up from the spot of the floor and leaned her over the bathroom, turning the tap off. You're gonna have to take your shirt off. It's gonna get stuck on your phone otherwise. She nodded, attempting to pull her shirt over her head, causing her to dip over in pain. Let me help. Tabby pulled her shirt off over her head, throwing down the floor, leaving her short and undergarment on. You okay? She nodded. All right. Tabby held her in the bath, sitting down on the side next to her. The cold water made her wince, yet in pain. Dabi said, You're okay. Dabi gently stroked her hair. She was still in a state of shock and pain from both the water and learning her childhood friend is a villain. Dabi noticed this. I'm sorry, Ryan. I broke a promise. What promise? The Ryan asked. Dabi said, When we were kids, we make a promise to become heroes together. Those words hit Ryan like a ton of bricks. She had forgotten the promise they made years ago. All the time they spent together as kids. All the time he would say as he played after his father got too much of him behind it. The nights they were spent watching movies. The times she would help Dabi sneak out so they could hang out. Tears began to spread down her face. Dabi placed a hand on her cheek, wiped her tears, but she backed away from his touch. What's your problem with being touched? You know, I'm not gonna hurt you. Ryan struck her face, tears still falling down her face. She placed her hand over her mouth, slowly stopping. Dabi wasn't sure what to say in all the years. They knew each other. He hadn't seen her cry like this. He was the one who cried. She was always there for him, and he didn't know how to be there for her. I get you some clothes. David stood up, left the room, signing. As the door clicked shut behind him, it took a few steps forward, making his way to this room, but stopped when he heard the door open. So hi guys, so this is my first SMR. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe and like. And I'm really sorry for all of the mistakes as this is my first time making, and I'm not really hard. My English is not my first language. So thank you for watching guys. Bye.